guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Na, and thank you all for tuning in. In this nail tutorial, I'm going to be using dip powder, overlaying clear tips with green gel polish and topping them off with the matte coat. And beauties, I use a special ingredient to achieve these nails right here that you're looking at. So if you're interested and you want the tea, please continue to watch.
So guys, I finally got my UV LED lamp like I said I would in the previous nail tutorial that I did. I'm loving it. It's by New 5+. It's a smart nail lamp 2.0 and it has so many amazing smart features. Definitely a smart UV LED lamp, very efficient and very easy to use. So we're gonna open it up together because I just got it in. And yes, I didn't know that I was gonna get these lovely gifts that came inside with it. I had no idea. And it comes with these 10-piece nail caps that you use to like soak off your previous nail gel set, and also comes with 2 nail filers. So that's great. I'm loving that. It also comes with instructions manual, very practical and easy to follow. And I forgot to mention, yes, I got this UV LED lamp from Amazon. Very great price. I'll leave all the details in the description box below. So this is how it's looking. It's beautiful. It's white with a silver finishing and it has a nice white space. I can use both of my hands at the same time if I like. Yes, I'm loving it. It has a digital monitor with an automatic sensor. This is the detached power cord, and I'm going to be looking for the adapter connector, which I think is probably somewhere in the back. Yep, it's right there. So let's start removing this gel polish. I'm so over it. I've had these nails for like over a month, and guys, if you saw my previous nail tutorial, I used the Orly gel builder in a bottle, and yeah, these nails, had them for some time. It's definitely time for them to go. I don't know why it took me forever to do them, but it's been over a month, yes. So I actually cut them too as well, so, but they're coming off. So I'm using a nail pusher to remove the old gel nail polish. And yeah guys, I know it might look like it's painful, but it's not. Like I said before, Orly gel polish tends to be easier to remove, especially when you've had them for a long time. But if it was a different brand that wasn't so easy like this, I would probably use the soaking off method. But this method is working out just fine for me. But guys, actually, on the other hand, I do have some technical difficulties. So I actually end up using a nail tip to remove my nails. You see them just popping right off. This is a great hack too. Definitely came in handy. So I'm going to file my nails, the nail bed, and the top of my nails. I don't really plan on cutting my nails. I want to actually my next nail set, I actually want to do my natural nails, so I hope they'll grow a little bit longer so I can just use my own nails for my next nail situation. So I'm filing them and prepping them for my nail tip application. And they're looking pretty good, and I'm going to use a nail pusher to push back my cuticles, and this will make it really easy for me to remove any dead skin from my cuticles. Okay, so I had a nail that didn't make it, unfortunately. So I have to cut that one. Hopefully it will meet up with the rest of the other nails. So I'm using a nail clipper to remove my dead skin, and I'm taking my time to ensure that I do not remove or go too far deep into the cuticle and remove new skin, because that can cause infection and damage to my skin, so I don't want that to happen. So my cuticles are looking good so far, and I am going to, I think I'm ready to start putting on the tips. But first, let me clean my workstation and make sure that my work area is clean. I'm gonna grab some rubbing alcohol that I put into a spray bottle and spray my nails and just clean them, remove any debris that might be laying or sitting on my nail. Now I'm going to take a smoother nail file and just go over my nail bed just to make sure that the surfaces are even. Okay, so now we're gonna pick out the tips finally. So I got terrific tips from Sally's, and these are like a straight across long clear nail tip. I was actually debating between using these tips, and I also got some stiletto clear tips from Amazon. So I was like, okay, which one should I use? And I ended up using the stiletto ones, but they were way too long. I thought that for some reason they were a little shorter, but they were way too long. So I ended up using the stiletto tips, and I actually ended up cutting them because they were way too long. And I was like, I don't know if I want to have, you know, stiletto nails this long. So I just said, let me cut them and let me use the stiletto because they'll be a little more narrow and easier to file. So this is the special product that I was referring to in my intro earlier. Yes, Krazy Glue. Don't come for me, guys. Don't come for me in the comments, please. This Krazy Glue, it happens to have the same ingredients as other nail glues, so I feel comfortable and safe using it, and it definitely works great for me. Yes, the infamous Krazy Glue. I'm using the Krazy Glue on my nail tips, and I'm actually going to be using it with my dip powder. So very interesting. I want you guys to definitely stay tuned for that. It's coming shortly. And as you guys can see, I was having some technical issues with removing the glue. It wasn't coming out on its own, but now that did the trick. Now it is out. I guess it was some dried up glue in there that was the culprit. So now I'm applying the tips. And so I just hold it in place for anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds just to make sure that the nail tip is secure to my nail. Now I've applied all the nail tips on this hand, and it's looking good so far. So this is the last nail tip that I'm applying to my pinky finger. I have completed the other hand now, and I'm gonna start cutting my nails with a nail tip cutter. So beauties, make sure you're in control when you're cutting your nail tips off so that you have a firm grip to ensure that you don't like bend the nail. So this is way much better. Like, I don't know how I would be able to manage those long stiletto nails, but this is definitely more manageable for me. Now I'm just filing away and making sure I don't over file my nails, but I do want to make sure that I'm, making the nail tip blend in with my nails. I wanted you guys to hear a little nail filing action. So this is how the nails are looking after some filing. And now I'm removing any debris from my nails and my work area. So I'm gonna be using the Beauty Secrets Acrylic Powder in the color Clear as my dip powder. So this is how the acrylic powder looks like, and I'm just gonna take the back of my powder brush and just remove any lumps and bumps in the acrylic powder so that when I dip my finger into it, I will have a nice smooth application. So I'm gonna take my infamous Krazy Glue and apply it towards the bottom of my cuticle, and I try not to get too close because I don't want that area to be too thick when I'm applying the dip powder, and then I just work my way up with the glue. And then I take my finger and I dip it into the acrylic powder straight in and bring it right up. And I dip it about 2 to 3 times to get a nice application. Take my powder brush and remove any other excess acrylic powder. And then I apply some more glue. And I do this about 3 times just so that I can get a nice thickness. I don't like my nails to be too thick, so I usually don't dip my nails more than 3 times. So the only time that I would probably dip it more than 3 times if I notice that the application is not even and there's some places where the dip powder or acrylic powder did not reach, then I will just dip again. And I pretty much actually will apply the glue right to the area where I don't see any of the powder. So this is how it's looking after 3 applications of the dip powder, and I think this is good enough. So I'm gonna move on to the other fingers. So I actually got this tip from my nail technician using acrylic powder as dip powder. And the last time that I got my nails done was actually in December 2019, before the quarantine and lockdown. And she didn't use Krazy Glue though. She used a actual coating for dip powder to achieve the nails that she did for me at the time. But I definitely used this tip for myself, and it's working out great for me. I have done like regular acrylics before, and it's definitely something very challenging for me, but I think I'm gonna try it again. And maybe you guys will come along with me in the next one and see how I do acrylic nails with a brush. But this dip acrylic powder is working out for me, okay? So I definitely believe in self-care, and you know, being able to do this for me has definitely helped, you know, in a lot of ways, especially because my nail shops are closed again, unfortunately. And I just want to say, everybody, please stay safe and blessed during these trying times. So now I have applied dip powder to all of the fingers, and now I'm just filing them to my desired shape. So this is how it's looking after the filing, and now I'm going to take my Orly two-sided buffer and buff out my nails before I apply the gel polish. So with the Orly buffer, I start off with the coarser side first, and then I finish off with the soft side. At this point, I'm just making sure that the dip powder is even and smooth, so when I apply my gel, it will look flawless. I'm taking my powder brush and removing any excess debris from my nails before I start applying the base coat. And before I apply the gel base coat, I spray my nails with rubbing alcohol to ensure that my nails are clean of anything. So that's what I do. And then I take a paper towel and dry them off. Now we're ready to apply the base coat. I'm going to be using ASP gel base coat from Sally's. I will leave all the details of the products that I use in the description box below. So it looks like your girl is running low on some base coat, so I'm definitely gonna need to grab some more from Sally's. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna make this base coat work for now. I apply the base coat starting just above the cuticle, and I just push the brush, working my way up and pushing the brush up against the nail. I also apply base coat to the tip of the nails and the back of the nail to prevent the gel polish from chipping. Now we're going to use my new UV nail LED lamp and cure for 60 seconds. This is how my nails are looking with the base coat. Ready to apply the gel color, and this is the color Spring Leaf. And the gel polish brand is called Daisy DND, and I got this from my local beauty supply. As you guys can see, the consistency of this gel polish is quite thick, so I am going to start off at the tip of the nail or kind of midway of the nail, and then like work my way down and then up, so that way I don't get like a clumpy application, and I don't want it to be too much towards the cuticle as well. So I'm kind of starting mid shaft of the nail, that way I can like brush it and smooth it and get a better application. And see guys, I'm just taking my time whenever you're doing your nails and you're applying gel polish or regular polish. Take your time, especially with gel polish, because once it cures, that's it. You're stuck with that. So take your time in applying your gel polish. As you can see, as I said before, this gel polish is quite thick, so I have to kind of use a different technique when applying the gel polish, because I usually start at the bottom and work my way up, but with this particular type of gel polish, I'm kind of starting midway and working my way up and going towards the bottom and then coming up again. So I kind of just apply a little bit in the middle, work my way up, and then come back down again. And when I see that I'm out of gel polish, I just flip the brush and just continue to apply the gel polish on the nail, because I don't want to go back into the bottle again, because that would be too much gel polish for that layer. It's time to cure this first layer for 60 seconds. So I applied the second coat off camera, and now we're going to be using a matte top coat, and this is by Beetless, and I got this from Amazon. So this is how it's looking. I'm applying the matte top coat starting from the bottom and working my way up. So I am applying the matte coat as well to the tip and the back of the nail to ensure that the nail is completely matte. And also guys, when I did the second layer of the green gel polish, I did apply it to the tip and to the bottom to ensure that the gel polish does not the gel polish does not chip, okay? I want my nails to be flawless and to remain flawless as long as possible. Now, according to the instructions of this beadless matte coat, I have to cure this for 90 seconds in order for it to look matte as possible. I did the other hand off camera, and this is how they're looking so far. I'm going to just file them a little bit just to make sure that they are straight. And I'm going to take some cuticle oil and apply it to my cuticles. And this pretty much completes this nail tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you watch it to the end, thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Season greetings, happy holidays, and Merry Christmas from my family to yours. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.